Welcome to another DIY. In this video, I will be replacing the oil filter housing gasket on this E90 2008 BMW E9X. So let's get started. As you can see, the oil is leaking in this area pretty bad. It's been leaking for a while now, and the oil filter housing gasket is the one needs to be replaced to fix this leak. I will also be replacing the oil pressure switch. It came with the kit that I bought. Remove the cover. There's two tabs on both sides. Slide the rubber tab to take it off. Do the same on the other side. Remove 6 8mm bolts to remove the cabin filter housing. Remove 2 8mm bolts to remove the cabin filter tray, one each side. Remove the cabin filter housing. Unclip the cover for the wiring harness. There's another wiring harness underneath. Use a flathead screwdriver to unclip it. Just pull the wiring harness out. Unhook those two rubber tabs, one on each side. Unhook the line going to the windshield washer spray, and also unhook the wiring from the sensor and put it on the side. Just pull out the tray. Now remove 4 5mm Allen bolts to remove the engine cover. Be careful not to drop the bolt, the one in the corner. Remove the vanity engine cover. Now you have to remove the wire connector from the oil pressure switch by pushing the tab and just pull it out. Now you have to open the oil filter cap just a little so the remaining oil will drain down to the oil pan. Remove the two T20 Torx to remove the air intake snorkel. Remove the two 10mm bolts to remove the airbox. Use a small flathead screwdriver to gently pry the little tab from the connector on the mass airflow sensor. Use a 6mm socket to loosen the intake boot hose clamp. Use a flathead screwdriver to gently separate the intake boot from the airbox. I use my dog's wee-wee pad to catch oil spill. Use a shop towel to absorb the remaining oil. I'm cleaning the bolt because it's full of oil and dirt. I want to make sure my tool will be seated all the way in to avoid stripping the head. Just loosen this bolt for now. Use an E10 ratcheting wrench. It will make this job easier. I use a 1/4 inch extension, a 1/4 inch swivel, and a 1/4 inch E10 socket. Now the bolt under the intake manifold. It's pretty challenging, but it can be done. Just be patient. Don't rush. Take your time. The bolt is pretty tight and I need more leverage. So I'm using an adapter from a 1/4 inch to 3/8 inch so I can use my breaker bar. Make sure the socket is seated properly. You don't want to strip the head on this bolt. I use a magnet to grab that bolt. Make a note the length of the bolt you removed so you know where it goes for reinstallation. All 3 bolts has different length. Now you can remove the bottom bolt now. I decided not to remove the upper radiator hose. You can remove it if you want to. The oil is leaking from the bottom of the housing. There's excessive amount of oil leak. Now it's time to clean the mating surface. I use Scotch-Brite to clean the area. Don't ever use any kind of metal to clean it, or you will scratch it. Take your time to clean this area. This is very important step. Use a small flathead screwdriver or some kind of big tool to remove the old gasket. Make sure to clean those channels. This is the kit of the oil filter housing gasket that I ordered from FCP Euro. I'll put a link in the description below. I use a brake clean to remove any oil from the mating surface. Look at the new gasket. It's flexible and rubbery, and the old one, it feels like a hard plastic and snaps like a twig. It's so brittle. Align the new gasket and push all the way in, all around the housing. Double check the gasket. Make sure it's all the way in. Carefully put the housing back and make sure the gasket stays in place. Install the lower bolt first. Don't tighten it yet. Make sure the housing still moves so you can align those two remaining bolts. I use the magnet again. I just don't want to drop that bolt. Finally, you can tighten that lower bolt. You're supposed to torque that bolt to 16 foot-pound, but there's no way I can use any torque wrench on that tight space. I just torqued it by feel. Torque the two remaining bolts to 16 foot-pound. You don't have to do this step if you are not replacing your oil pressure switch. Put a shop towel just in case oil will leak. In my case, there was no oil came out. Now install the new oil pressure switch. Again, I can't use any torque wrench on this one. I'm just torquing it again by feel. Make sure it's tight, but not too tight that you will strip it. Make sure to plug those connectors. Make sure it clicks into place. Lubricate the O-ring with an oil before reinstalling the oil filter to prevent cracking. Torque the oil filter cap to 18 foot-pound. All done, just cleaning time. If you like this DIY, please like, comment, and subscribe. more DIYs to come. See you in the next video, and thanks for watching.